Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about the movie Colombiana 2. Since the original film dropped way back in 2011, starring the incredible Zoe Saldana as the deadly and driven assassin Cataleya Restrepo, fans have been hungry, absolutely starving for another chapter. You've been asking me nonstop, is Colombiana 2 actually coming? What's the deal with Jason Statham being in it? When is the release date? And what about the plot? Well, I've scoured the depths of the internet, waded to the hype, and sifted the facts from the fiction to bring you the full breakdown. So, let's start with the big question that's on everyone's mind, the one that makes the search engines buzz. Is Colombiana 2 confirmed? Here's the deal, and I'm going to be straight with you. As of right now, October 2025, there's been no official announcement from a major studio, like Europa Corp, which produced the first one, or any concrete word from a reliable Hollywood source, confirming that Colombiana 2 is actively in production with a green light and a studio-approved budget. I know, don't click away just yet, because while the official word is silent, the digital world is absolutely screaming about it, and that's where things get interesting. The simple reality is that a movie like Colombiana, which was a global box office success, and has only grown in its cult following, is a prime candidate for a sequel, especially a decade or more later when legacy sequels are all the rage. The core of all the intense Colombiana 2 buzz, and trust me, there is so much buzz, comes from an explosion of high-quality, fan-made concept trailers and posters that have been circulating all over YouTube and Dailymotion. If you've seen a trailer promising a 2025 release date, showcasing explosive new footage, or introducing a major co-star, please know that almost every single one of those has been explicitly labeled by their creators as a concept trailer, a fan trailer, or AI generated. They're incredibly well made, often using impressive editing and AI technology to splice together footage from other action movies starring Zoe Saldana and other actors, but they are not official studio trailers. These conceptual videos have been so convincing that they've essentially created a virtual reality of a sequel, which is why the rumors have reached a fever pitch. Now, let's address the second biggest query, the one that's getting action fans truly hyped. Is Jason Statham part Colombiana 2? Again, I have to stress that officially, no. There's been no casting announcement from the actual production companies. However, this rumor has become so pervasive. It's practically part of the sequel's DNA. Virtually every fan-made concept trailer and article you see features Statham prominently. The rumored logic is simple. Pair one of the world's most formidable female action stars, Zoe Saldana, with one of the greatest male action icons, Jason Statham. It's a box office match made in high-octane heaven. The most common rumor surrounding Statham's potential role, as spun by the conceptual trailers, is that he would play a character named Max Gallagher. This Gallagher is often described as a rogue MI6 operative or a skilled mercenary with a personal vendetta that either forces him into an uneasy, temporary alliance with Cataleya or pits him directly against her as a formidable adversary. This is a classic action trope, the temporary, high-tension partnership between two lethal professionals, and it's a brilliant idea for a sequel. The sheer volume of this rumor suggests that if a sequel does get made, the studio will be foolish not to consider this exact pairing and dynamic, because the fans have clearly already cast a movie for them. Let's move on to the expected cast, beyond the Statham rumors. The biggest piece of good news in all of this, the one thing that provides the most hope for a sequel, is that Zoe Saldana herself has expressed interest in returning to the role of Cataleya Restrepo. When asked about a sequel in various interviews over the years, she's acknowledged the character's importance and the story's potential for continuation. Without Saldana, there is no Colombiana 2. Her willingness, combined with her now even greater star power from massive franchises like Avatar and the MCU, makes the financial case for a sequel much, much stronger. In the first film, we saw Cliff Curtis as Cataleya's mentor, Emilio Restrepo and Lenny James as Agent Ross. While the story of the first film wrapped up their arcs, a sequel could potentially bring back supporting characters in flashbacks, or perhaps an older, wiser Agent Ross could be tracking Cataleya years later, as she continues to operate as an elusive global assassin. The fan concepts also often include big names like Charlize Theron or Michelle Rodriguez, either as new rivals or allies, simply because they fit the high-caliber, female-driven action genre. But again, these are purely speculative fan castings at this stage. Now for the release date. If you've seen Summer 2025 or Fall 2025 plastered across YouTube, just remember that those dates are being generated by the fan-made trailers. They are not real, since the movie is not officially greenlit or in production. There is no official release date. If a sequel were to be greenlit today, with a script in hand and Saldana's schedule clearing up, the absolute earliest we could realistically expect to see it in theaters will be late 2026 or, more likely, 2027. Making a major action film takes time, from pre-production and securing international shooting locations to the months of principal photography, and then the long post-production process of visual effects, editing, and scoring. Finally, the plot. What would Colombiana 2 actually be about? The first film, remember, was a pure revenge story. Cataleya, as a child, promised to kill the people who murder her parents. By the end of the movie, she had completed her mission, taking out the Colombian drug lord and the corrupt CIA agent responsible. She avenged her family and then disappeared. The core question for a sequel is, what does an assassin do when the revenge is complete? The plot rumors, primarily influenced by those conceptual trailers, suggest a few strong possibilities. Scenario 1 is the pullback in plot. Years have passed. Cataleya is living in a quiet, anonymous life, maybe as an art restorer, a photographer, or something completely removed from violence. However, a new threat emerges, perhaps a global syndicate or a ruthless cartel even bigger than the one she took down, and they discover her identity or target someone close to her, a partner, a protege, or a surviving relative. This would force her to re-enter the underworld, not for revenge this time, but for protection, which ups the personal stakes. Scenario 2, which dovetails nicely with the Jason Statham rumors, is the bigger fish plot. Cataleya has never stopped. She's become one of the most elite, high-value assassins in the world, operating on a global scale. Her work inevitably causes her to cross paths with an equally skilled operative, Statham's character, either as a temporary colleague on a job to take down a mutual enemy, or as a rival working for opposing factions. This plot would focus less on a personal vendetta and more on high-stakes international espionage and action, effectively making it a John Wick meets the Transporter-style movie, with Cataleya at the center. The most grounded expectation is that the sequel would likely be structured similarly to the best action franchises. Keep the core character, Cataleya's lethal skills, and her emotional core intact, but expand the scope. We'd likely see her facing a more powerful, systematic enemy, maybe a shadowy government organization or a global crime consortium, that makes her realize her war isn't just about her family anymore, but about stopping a force that operates on the same scale she does. So where does that leave us? The undeniable truth is that the appetite for Colombiana 2 is enormous. The rumors are so detailed and so widely distributed that they have almost become a force of nature, virtually willing the movie into existence. Zoe Saldana is a massive star who has expressed interest. The original film's success provides a blueprint. The fact that the internet is saturated with high-quality, fan-made content featuring Statham and a summer 2025/2026 date shows exactly what fans want to see. For now, the summary is this: no. Colombiana 2 is not officially confirmed as being in production. No. Jason Statham is not officially cast. No. There is no official release date. However, the fervent, loud, and sustained rumors make this one of the most likely sequels to eventually get the green light. The next time you see a trailer, check the fine print. It's almost certainly a fan concept, but appreciate it for what it is: a beautiful piece of fan art that demonstrates a sheer demand for Cataleya Restrepo's return. Keep your eyes glued to this channel. If anything, and I mean anything official drops, a studio announcement, a press release, or a quote from Zoe Saldana's agent, you will hear about it here first. Let me know in the comments below. Which plot you want to see? Cataleya seeking protection, or Cataleya crossing paths with Jason Statham's rogue agent? Drop your thoughts below. Hit the like button, and I'll catch you in the next video.